you, I guess.
All right, welcome to Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News. No Scott Allen tonight.
No, not
You don't even look like Scott. So no Scott Allen tonight. Scott's off in Hawaii. Having a good time in Hawaii tonight. We've already talked to him a few minutes ago. And
he lives a rough life, man.
yeah, he's at Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor watching the movie.
So that's a pretty cool deal. Anyway, let's go through our sponsors real quick.
You know how to work it, right?
Huh?
You know how to work it, right?
Not really, but I'm getting there.
Get there eventually. There's only so many buttons he can press, man.
Got that right.
You'll press all of them.
There we go.
There you go.
All right, let's start off with GAC, Great American Companies. Guillermo Amaya. I appreciate him. He's been with us since we started this. So that's a big deal for us. Papa John's. We get Papa John's every week. We want to thank Papa John's for it. Slinger Speed Co. Tim Brown got shirts from Slinger. We're supposed to have some hats coming. Supposed to have some hats coming soon. So we'll see how that works out. For those of you who watched last week's show, I heard a story about you, so I'll be back to you in a minute. Moderate Brothers Distillery. I mean, you know, we had the moonshine here last week.
We did.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good deal. MPM Marketing, Tanya McAllister. She does a lot to help us out. She's got the driver suit for the when we do our sponsorship thing for next year. She'll be doing our driving suit again, so that's a big deal. Langley Speedway, got to thank Bill, Chuck, Terry, everybody here at Langley Speedway, because without them, this show would not exist, and we appreciate them letting us come over here and be a part of this show and be a part of Langley Speedway. That's a big deal. Our drink of choice, Pepsi. I want to thank Pepsi. I got drunk. They brought me some drinks there at home. I didn't bring them all because you can't keep them here. Mosquito Joe, Robert Rummels. Let me tell you something about Robert Rummels. Saturday night, the race was here Saturday night. So it must have been something good going on in the back here other night, Saturday night.
He wasn't here.
He was here.
He was?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Oh, he was out there talking trash. And all of a sudden, my phone rings.
Uh-oh.
And I'm down at the other place.
Yeah.
And the phone rings. And let's just say, he's not feeling any pain at all. But he was just talking and wasn't talking to me.
Huh.
And then he hung up. And it wasn't 10 minutes later, he calls me back. Still not talking to me. So I don't know what in the world.
He got you on speed dial.
Robert Rummels, our good friend. Fast Eddie's Barbecue. Eddie Clark got a little special assignment for him this weekend. So he'll be here at the racetrack this weekend with Fast Eddie's Barbecue. So that's going to be good. Airlocks and factory canopies. Man, I tell you, Todd Davis, he gave us the chairs. We have table covers that we're not using right now, which we should be doing, which is my fault. But anyway, he's been a part of everything. Anything we want, we can ask for. He gets it for us, and we really appreciate the fact that he's part of our show. All right, miles of seamless gutters. I guess I can say this is part of Scott's business. I mean, you know, he's involved in it. So anyway,
yep.
But they're the ones who give us the $5,000 for the sponsorship next year for whoever gets the sponsorship. The guy on the other side over there, Chris Bechtel, he's gotten it.
Big Miles fan.
He got it.
Big Miles fan.
But I hate to inform him, he ain't getting it this year. He ain't getting it this year. All right, Packet Power Solutions, generator and electrical service. Want to thank Keith for being a part of our show and coming on and helping us out. Really a big deal. And S&N Infrastructure. They've rebranded themselves, and we really appreciate them being with us. Brian Morehouse, he's already got us set up for trying to find us a place to stay in Charlotte. He says he's working on that, so that'd be cool. So anyway, all right, that's all the sponsors we got. And now let's talk about some news from this past weekend. In the Cup Series, Denny Hamlin got the win. And this kid, Connor Zilich, won the Xfinity race.
I think I heard that him do that one.
9 races he's won this year.
Is that 4 in a row?
Yeah,
Jeez,
that's unbelievable. Down at Southern National Raceway Park, they did a late model race down there. Doug Barnes Jr. won the race in his own car.
Here, Doug.
There Doug got the win. Caraway in the Smart Mods. Luke Baldwin ended up with the win after Brian Lofton was DQ'd. Carson Lofton, I'm sorry. Carson Lofton was DQ'd, and Luke Baldwin got the win. In the crate mods, Corey Norman got the win. Down at South Boston Speedway, late model winner was Peyton Sellers, and he captured his 8th track championship. That's a pretty good deal. In the limited sportsman division, Tyler Garrettson got the win, and Zach Paragoy, he won the championship. At Tri-County, the late model Thomas Bean got the win in the late models down there. Franklin County had the Grand National Super Series down there. Jeremy Mayfield got the win, and our guest tonight, CHRISSY Wallace, finished 2nd in her race when she was racing with that group. Down at Ace Speedway, Dustin Rumley got the win in the late models. He beat Jason York and Darren Krantz. I understand they were right on top of each other in that race. In the modifieds at Ace, Gary Causey got the win. At Kingsport, the late model winner was Zeke Shell. And in the modified 4 race,
Some guy named Kevin.
Yep, Kevin Canner got the win. He's won all the races but 2 this year. He broke in one race, and then they dumped him in another one, so he couldn't get the championship. You didn't hear me say that, but that's what happened.
Off the record.
Yeah, that's completely off the record.
Blurred out.
At Dominion, the AR Lake Models, Dan Rogers got the win. In the Craig Murto race, Aaron Donnelly got the win. Down at Cordell, Georgia, they had the Summer Nationals is what it's called. Night 1, Bubba Pollard won. Night 2, Jake Garcia won. And then over there is Adam Wilbrock with his pit road roundup from here at Langley Speedway. So wasn't much racing, but
A whole lot of Mother Nature, man. A little soggy on pit road this weekend, but we did get a little bit of racing in. In Bandos, it was Landon Burbage. He's kind of got this place figured out.
9 out of 10 races.
9 out of 10. Yep. He's on his way to his first Langley championship. He's won like 14 races. He's won the second half of last year and been out here full time. So, yep, he handled business. In the limiteds, it was Aiden Millette got another win. Want to give a shout out to that group and Dwayne Skinnell. Heard he's not doing well or wasn't doing well on Saturday. So, wish him and his family all the best. And in the Enduros, it was Zach Herdline again. 32, man.
So he's
Cream of the crop rises to the top.
But he won 34 races this year?
I think he's up to 6.
6.
5 or 6.
Woo. 6 wins.
6.
So, and where'd you finish that there, Joe?
8.
8?
Yeah.
You'll get one. It's coming. It's coming. All right, driver of the week this week. We got a driver of the week from the past in here, but anyway, driver of the week this week, Peyton Sellers.
I thought it was Mother Nature.
Mother Nature got a lot of votes, but she can't come get the driver of the week stuff or, whatever. So we have to give it to a person. So
That's a good pick right there.
yeah, Peyton Sellers with his 8th championship. Also want to congratulate Nick Staropoli. That's Patrick Staropoli's dad. He was put into the Hialeah Speedway Hall of Fame this past weekend. Patrick was down there for that.
Cool.
I wanted to make sure I mentioned because he and I were talking about it this week. That's a big deal for that family. Some news in the driver category. Sammy Smith has re-upped with Junior Motorsports for next year, so that's a big deal for him. And Mike Christopher Jr. is going to run a second Halmar Friesen truck at New Hampshire coming up soon, so that's a big deal.
There's a driver going to Bristol with the.
Yeah, he's known a little
I
bit
think he
around
raced a
here.
couple times out here.
Yeah, he's won a race or two.
He's on his way up.
I've never heard his name.
So anyway, yeah, it's going to be.
Brandon
He's going to race Thursday and Saturday.
Friday.
Thursday and Friday. You're right. Thursday and Friday. That's right. Yeah, I had me confused. Thursday and Friday, he's racing. He's racing the ARCA race and the Xfinity
Double
race.
duty.
The Xfinity, his debut in the Xfinity series for college racing.
The playoff open.
And it is the Xfinity Playoff Open. All right, so also wanted to announce that the 5th annual Langley Truck or Treat thing is coming. Whatever they trunk. That's what I said. Trunk or
You
treat.
said truck.
Whatever.
Same thing.
Trunk or treat is coming up. That is on October the 25th. They're going to have the people who are not racing that weekend. They have them out here in the field back here from 2 to 4. The guys that are racing that weekend, they need to be on pit road from 4 to 4:45. Drivers not racing need to arrive at 1:15 so get your stuff set up and be ready. The prizes this year, they're going to look at the race car, the best decorated race cars, the regular car, and the table setups for the people that have just tables out there. And then they're going to do a costume contest, which I hope Scott's not here that night because he'd win it just because he's funny anyway. They're going to have for the top 3 kids in the costumes. And if you're planning on participating in this, please notify Brandy Marshall.
Brandy in charge of that?
Brandy's
That's
in
what I
charge
said.
of it. Brandy's in charge of it. And hey, look, the way she does certain things with stuff like that, she gets into it.
Oh,
Ain't
yeah.
no doubt about it. So
110%.
it'd be pretty good. Also, there's a thing going on that it's going to be tied into all this that weekend. It's going to be tied into a night for cancer out here that night. We're going to have Virginia Oncology is going to be here. The hospitals, fire departments, police, everybody's coming out that night to support the cancer. And we're going to have 2 kids that are going through cancer. The races is going to be named after them. The races would be like, if it was Clay, it'd be the Clay Gaskins 200 or whatever. So that'll be named after them. So please come out and participate in that because that'll be a lot of fun for everybody. All right, let's go ahead and get our first guest in here. You're going to get up. We're going to put Holly in here and put her on the hot seat.
Dixieland race winner.
Got her first win at Dixieland Speedway. So tell us how that felt to get that first win.
It was crazy. It was definitely, it felt unreal. Like when I crossed the finish line and I was the first one, it was a feeling I've never felt. But definitely super exciting. It was a very.
How was Dad? How was Dad?
Oh, he was over the moon. He picked me up and gave me the biggest hug I've gotten in a long time. It was a really cool moment to experience with my dad and everyone that helps me. But growing up around racing and just seeing my dad win and congratulating him after he wins, but now roles reversed. It was definitely an awesome experience.
I can imagine, and I know it had to be an awesome experience for him
Oh yeah.
to have you to go out there.
It was super
Y'all been
proud.
at this for a while. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, this is my 5th season of racing, so not a whole bunch of experience, but yeah, 5 years, it feels like a long time. So I've been racing at Dixieland for 3.5 years, and then I started at BMS, but yeah, we've been at it a long time. My dad's been racing my whole life, so he's definitely experienced.
Yeah, he's been around for a little while. So
Yeah.
that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
So, them last few laps, did you? What was going through
I
your
was
head?
freaking out. I was catching up to lap traffic at that point, and that makes me a little nervous always. But I was just trying to hold on to it. Tyler, my fiance, he is my spotter, so he was holding the sticks out where I knew I had a little bit of a lead. So that made me a little more comfortable, and I just watched the lap cars, saw what they did, and then passed them when I got the chance. But I slipped up a little bit, and I was like, oh man, holding on for dear life because I wanted to win so bad. And we raced 20 laps. I think I was on lap 18 or 19 when that happened. So I was squeezing. I was focused, so it was definitely a focus moment.
I mean, to be out there and your dad's racing, you're racing, that's got to be the ultimate experience.
Yeah.
I think I imagine what it would be like to have your child go out there and not to say it's not good for you,
Right.
but you're a female.
Yeah.
You're a female, and to see you go out there and
Right.
win, and I know he had to be excited.
Oh yeah, he was over the moon. We talked about it all last week. It's a week and a half later, and I'm still so excited about it, and so is he.
So he hadn't talked much about you, how good you did, or anything like that.
Just a little bit.
Did he tell you anything you did wrong?
Yeah, we talked about things that there's room for improvement. There's always room for improvement, and my dad and Tyler and everyone, they watch me a lot, so they know what I can improve on, and I appreciate it.
Let's just say Tyler's not here right now.
Yeah.
Let's just don't say nothing about it. He's not here. Is he hard on you when you're racing?
A little bit, but not really. He tells me he's proud of me no matter what, even if I get laps.
I don't know about that.
But he wants me to do good. He knows like what I'm capable of, and he wants that. So
are you a royal pain when you don't win? And he
look at his face.
Hear it all night.
It's just disappointing. We work so hard on the car, and we get off work and we go work on the car, and I mean that's everyone's lives that drives a race car, and it's just very disappointing when you want to win so bad and then you have a bad night. But I know that's part of it. But yeah, I definitely sometimes I'm a pain about it, but it's just disappointment at some point. But then a day later I'm fine.
now here you mentioned you're getting married.
I am. We are getting married on April 2nd, so it's coming soon.
So we get married at the racetrack?
No. No, we're getting married at a venue in Greenville, so it's kind of halfway for our families.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think y'all get married at the racetrack. I can talk
That's
to Sean. I can talk to Sean, see if I can get it worked up for you.
Our whole family wanted him to propose at the racetrack. I was like, let's not.
Yeah, come on.
They said he had to wait till I got a win. I was like, well, we'll be waiting forever. But then I did end up winning, but still.
So did you get engaged after the win?
No, we got engaged
That's
back
what I
in
thought.
June. Yeah. So
he went against the rules.
yep. And I'm glad because I thought we'd be waiting forever. I didn't want to wait any longer, so and the win was uncertain.
So how much work do you do on the race car when you're? Because we done sit here and discussed this once, and
Yeah.
he said made the comment, what am I doing out here?
There are some nights where I don't do a lot, but I do a lot of work too. Then before Tyler came around, it was really just me and my dad, and me. Also, my younger brother races too. So there's me, my brother, and my dad, and that's 3 race cars. That's a lot. So I did a lot of work on my car, just like tire stuff, little things here and there. Dad would give me directions, and I would do it. And now Tyler gives me directions, and I do it. But I'm not a very great independent worker.
So basically, when Tyler asked you to get married, you accepted knowing you had somebody work on your race car. Go ahead, tell us.
That's a bonus, yeah. Forever, right?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a huge thing. The fact that he loves it just as much as I do, and he's willing to put in the work with me and not get to drive it, that's a big thing for me. He will drive it one day, though. No, he will get a chance to drive it.
You'll get a chance to drive it.
One day. Yeah.
So, okay. I mean, as long as you don't mess it up, you're good with it.
That's right. But, I mean, I mess it up too, so. And then we work on it together and fix it. Me and Tyler, we're a team. We work together a lot, but we did all the body work on our car before the year started. We gave it a new, fresh body, and we put the wrap on ourselves, so we were proud of that.
Well, that's pretty good. Put the wrap on everything yourself. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
So, and how much do you go over and help Dad with his cars, or do you? I ain't got time for your car.
Yeah, I help him a little bit. Tyler would do his tires sometimes, and I'll help him grab tools or anything. I am helpful, I promise. but they're definitely the brains of the car stuff sometimes. But I'm learning a lot more about the setup. This year I've learned more than I have ever. We got a new car halfway through the season, and Danny Hudson helped build that, and he's been teaching me a lot about all the science behind it and what we need to do if the track's dry or what if it's wet. So I'm definitely learning a lot more this year.
So other than, all right, let's say other than Danny and your dad, is there somebody out there that you look to and say, look, hey, tell me what you got going on? I mean, it's in your division. I mean,
Right.
You know.
I don't know. It's kind of, there's not someone in my division that I look to, or I look up to people. Kevin Bray's an amazing driver, and he's been around like my dad, and he's won a bunch of races too.
Yes.
So it is definitely a challenge to beat him. We've been trying all year. So, but we kind of all keep to ourselves, and it's not secrets, but I mean, people don't share a lot. We don't share a lot. It's just kind of keep to
Oh,
ourselves.
so you don't share with nobody? That's not nice.
We also have a leaf spring car, so it's a little different than most people don't have leaf springs. Or it might be split in the class, but yeah, so it's different that way.
Are you looking at sometime down the road moving up to another class and try to run? I mean, I'd like to see you and your dad run again.
Yeah, I know, that would be awesome. I would like to drive a sportsman one day. Becoming a young adult, I realized how much racing costs and everything and all the time that it takes to put into it. So I don't know if it will happen anytime soon, but maybe in the future.
So
yeah.
you're saying it takes. Tell your dad to give you some more money, geez.
This year he said you're on your own, Holly. You're an adult now. Well, yeah. And me and Tyler, we work hard and we go to work every day, so that's how we pay for it.
Okay, well, I mean,
Yeah, I have my sponsors, and they're.
well, you know what? Your dad ought to come off that. He's still your dad.
Give him a call.
He needs to give you some money to help you out.
That's right. No, he's helping in other ways, but he definitely still helps me here and there, though. He never leaves me out to dry.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
So who all helps you with your car other than Tyler? I mean, we know Tyler does because he has to because he's married.
Yeah,
But
right. It's mainly just us. Most of the time, our car when we got the new one built, it was at Danny's shop, and he did all the work to it with Justin, and the car came from Mr. Walt, so we're super appreciative of them. But yeah, they did the majority, all the work on that because they live 2 hours away from us, so we would go there once or twice a week as much as we could, and help them as much as we could. But they did majority of the labor on that. So, but I have a few friends that have been around the past few years that help us on race nights, but during the weeks it's usually me and Tyler.
Just you and Tyler.
Yeah.
Poor Tyler.
Yeah. I keep him busy.
I'm feeling bad for him. The more we talk, the sadder I feel for him.
That's funny. Yeah.
I mean, he's just. I don't know if she married you for you or that you can work on a car.
Race car.
It's funny. Yeah. He does all the tire stuff. I gave that to him. I used to do all the tire stuff, but he's way better at it, so I let him have that job.
You let him have the job?
Yep.
You let him have that job. Make sure you let him have that job. Tyler, go do the tires.
It was more of a, you're doing it, not me.
No, if he watched me do it, he'd be like, "You're not doing it again."
I fired.
Yeah, he fired. How about that? He fired me.
Off your own car.
Yep.
I think we know who runs the show now. You got any sponsors you want to shout out while you're here on
Yeah. I'll start with Mr. Moody. He's been with me the
it?
longest.
He's been around a while.
Yes, he was sponsoring my dad before I started racing, and then when I started racing, he agreed to come on board with me. So that was super, super awesome. This past year, I picked up Nikki Overman's Roofing. They're a big sponsor too. They helped me out a lot at the beginning of the year. Throughout the year. And then I have Kryptonite Motorsports. Our good friend Jake, he's a family friend, like an uncle to me.
What is Kryptonite Motorsports?
He has like a mechanic shop,
Oh,
like a shop he works.
okay.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm not sure why it's named that.
No, I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
I got nothing. But yeah, Brandon Cox with Team B Services. That's the guy that owns my dad's car that he's been racing all year. So we're super appreciative of him for the family too. And then Hardin's Pest Control, Earthstone, Danny and Justin, they were a huge help with the new car and just getting me back on track. Mr. Walt, my dad, Tyler.
So you say you both work and everything. So where do you work at?
I work for a towing company. It's called Proto. It's what's at Dixieland,
That's
race
right.
nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work for them. I do like battery service, tire changes. I'm training on the rollback right now. It's actually fun. Yeah, it's a man's job.
Dude, she's forcing you to do all the work, and she's out there working on stuff.
I work with the state.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh well, okay.
yeah. I do work. I'm a hard worker. I can do basic things
So
like that.
how do you balance it? I mean, you work full time,
And I'm in college full time.
and
And I'm in college full time.
wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I never seen you stunned before in my life. Didn't know what to say.
No, Nathan, I mean, you evidently got a lot of. I mean, you're able to do a lot of things, and
Yeah.
you don't have it so much time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now I know why Tyler's always working on the car.
That's right. It's true though, and like me and Tyler, we live together, so we have a house to maintain. So some nights I'll go home and make dinner, and he'll go work on the race car or whatever. It's a lot of give and take. Definitely requires a lot of teamwork. So when he's working on the car, I'm doing something else. I'm doing schoolwork, or I'm not just sitting on my butt.
So where do you go to school?
I go to school at Elizabeth City State. It's in Elizabeth City, but
Yeah.
I do all my school online, and it keeps me on track that way. Last semester I had an in-person class, but usually I just keep one or two in person and then the rest online, so I can work full time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because we got a race car to afford.
I'm an admiration of what you do. I mean, you threw me when you said you went to college. I mean, you're going to college.
Yeah,
I mean, with working full time, racing, and going to college.
it's definitely a lot.
You ought to be admired for what you do. I mean, that's a pretty big deal.
Thank you. Yeah, it's sometimes overwhelming, but I like to stay busy, and having a good support system around me helps a lot. So
Are you kidding? I mean,
Yeah.
you're
it's a task.
you're something special. I ain't you done got you a good one here.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
No
so.
returns.
No returns. That's right.
Well, we'll see how you feel. Bet you've been married about 10 years. Okay. We'll see how that works then.
I just put it on label.
Oh my gosh.
You may be calling back and saying we're gonna do a trade-in somewhere.
That's funny.
So, but anyway, I appreciate you being here, coming down here and
Yes.
being a part of this. And I mean, racing down at Dixieland is, I mean, that's a
Awesome.
tough little track.
Yeah.
And I've raced down there a few times, and then
Right.
I love the place.
I love it. That's where I grew up. I mean, since I was a baby, watching my dad out there. So it's definitely special to be able to race there.
What do you say? Your brother races too?
Yeah, my brother races in my class. My brother's 16. He started last year, I think. We both started racing when we were 15, so yeah, that makes sense. We race against each other. He hasn't beat me yet, so we're good.
Oh boy, he hasn't beat you yet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I guess like technically he beat me once when I didn't finish the race. He did
Well, that
finish
don't
ahead of me,
count.
but that doesn't count.
that doesn't count.
But yeah, he's doing a lot better this year. He has made major improvements.
All right, I got a big question for you. There ain't nobody in this room but us. If it came down on the last lap of a race and your brother's there beside you or running close to you, you gonna dump him to get the win?
Probably not. Probably
Oh,
not.
you're a letdown.
I don't know. Maybe push on him, yeah. But now, I mean, I don't know. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. It depends if he moved me to get in front of me.
Oh, so if you're in a bad mood, he's in trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. He was super excited for me when I won. He told me he was so proud of me like 5 times, and that was a really big moment because we're siblings, so you know how that goes.
Well, I mean, y'all racing the same division, but
Yeah.
the day's gonna come. I ain't trying to talk bad about it.
No.
The day's gonna come when it's gonna come down. 'Cause I raced against my brother,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
and let's just say it didn't work out
Yeah.
sometimes.
Now, if it was my dad's won enough, so I could move him out of the way if we were racing against each other. But because one time I did out qualify him, but I didn't finish in front of him. But I hold that to him. It was on Father's Day one year, and
Oh, don't say you let him win because it's Father's Day. Don't even go there.
I broke that nut or something. But I outqualified him. I was proud of that.
Well,
But yeah, that was back in the sportsman. So
so you dump him. Then
Oh. he's won enough.
you dump him. Okay.
But Carter, since he's never won, I think I'll be okay with him beating me.
We had a mother on our show that she runs modifieds up north, and 4 sons run modified. And one night, one son kind of dumped her for the win. And needless to say, that son told me that he didn't eat for a week.
That's
The mom didn't have nothing to do with it. So anyway, well, we appreciate the fact that you come all the way up here for this, and we got Chrissy here. We'll hear you talk to her. You gonna hang around for a little while? Or you...
Sure, yeah.
All right. Let's hold on just 1 minute. We'll get the.
Dad's watching.
No, he's not. Is he?
He says,
Yeah.
he says he's broke.
Yeah.
I bet he is broke.
Hello, I'm Phoenix Kimball. I'm the 88 legend car driver at Wake County Speedway, and you're watching Jack Dodson Racing Inside News with Scott Allen and Adam Wilbrock.
All right. I know it's on here.
Push that, yeah.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Hello, Miss Chrissy Wallace. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, just hanging out here in our shop right now. How about you guys?
We're doing good and hanging out in the shop. You've been out of racing for a little while, and now you're back and getting a lot of racing in. Tell us a little bit about what all is going on with you.
Yeah, so then thankfully this year we've gotten back in the car more. Last year we got to run for Dexter Knipe Senior and Junior. The year before that ran a little bit of late models with Kevin Light, but this year's been pretty cool. Something different. Got to go to Bowman Gray, run a few races there. Thankfully to Chris Moore with Privacy Fence Solution. And best part is now I'm getting to drive for D2 Motorsports and Jeremy Mayfield in the Grand National Super Series.
Oh, wow. And then you all finished this past weekend at Franklin County. You finished 1-2. That's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, we unfortunately it is a bitter tough race, you know, considering we led 40 out of the 50 laps, and come find out unfortunately the left front shock bolt mount was working its way out, and that's what messed us up in the second race. But you know, I'm very appreciative and thankful for Jeremy and Donnie Doster and Brandon Hall with Hall's Heating and Air, and then my dad, you know, helping me get back to where I am now.
I mean, you were out for a little while, but I remember back in the day. Well, I'm saying back in the day. You're younger than me, but back in the day when you were racing at Hickory, I used to come down to Hickory all the time, and you were racing down there, and you had some good races at Hickory back in those days.
Yeah, that was good. You know, it's kind of like NASCAR back then. That was the good times whenever racing was all about talent, who didn't have the biggest checkbook. And, you know, thankfully Robbie and Robert Hamke both gave me an opportunity to drive their car for them, and which led me to pretty much where I am now. They, you know, we wind up winning, what was it, 4 or 5 races that year at Hickory Motor Speedway, finished third in the points, and then wound up getting a truck deal out of that for the Camping World Truck Series, and then ran ARCA, a few Xfinity races. Moved back to St. Louis and raced at I-44 Speedway in Lebanon, Missouri, and we wound up winning the track championship, the ASA Midwest, and then finished second in the nation to Barry Baggerly.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, but I remember a couple races that I was down there. You got put to the rear, and it wasn't long. It wasn't long. You were back in the front again, and you were mad. I saw you get really mad that night.
You know, the best way to put that is, as my mom used to say, the madder I got before a race, the harder I would drive. But actually, I'm pretty sure I know which race you're talking about. It had to. It would have been probably against Andy Loden when he was driving the 29 car.
Yep.
And yeah, that was a hard battle, you know, running with him for a 1-2 finish. And unfortunately we slid up and got into them. And I remember that race like it was yesterday, because that race there would have actually wind up giving us the most wins for the year there.
So through these years, what brought you back to racing there? I mean, you were out for a little while. What brought you back to racing? I mean, did you miss it that much you had to come back, or?
I missed it. Racing has always been my passion and my dream to do it. And thankfully, I've gotten to every level except for the Cup Series, which is where I really wanted to be. But, a lot of people don't realize my mom lost her life last year due to stage 4 ovarian cancer.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a setback for everyone in our family for the past 5 years. And I made her a promise when she was still alive that we were going to go back to racing and we were going to win races for her. So, 2 years ago, whenever I got the opportunity with Light Motorsports, Mom got to be there for that race there. Unfortunately, she passed away in January last year. So I told myself at that point, I'm going to go back to Hickory. I'm going to run the Fall Brawl. That was the last race that she got to be at. And we dedicated our whole car, our hood, everything to her. And so I pretty much kept my word, keep trying to get farther and farther through the sport now that we've returned, and going to hopefully win a few more races throughout the next couple years and make her proud.
So what kind of plans do you have for the next couple years in racing? What do you got planned? Are you going to stay with what you're doing now? Or are you going to try to find something different, or what's your plans?
So tentatively, right now, of course, we're going to run the last 2 races in the Grand National Super Series. We are working on sponsorship to run in the Grand National Super Series next year full time with D2 Motorsports and Jeremy Mayfield. But I actually had a conversation with a truck owner who has presented 4 races to me for next year. And if we can find the sponsorship for that, then we're going to try to go back and run a few Camping World Truck Series races. And, I don't think, me personally, where I'm at right now, that I'm ready to, give it everything to go back into the Camping World Truck Series. I'd rather dedicate my time being back in the Grand National Super Series or Super Late Model for at least 1 to 2 more years to have more seat time, more practice before we go against all those guys again. And we know that sponsorship just isn't easy to find these days like it used to be. And so that I think that's a setback for everybody right now in this type of sport.
So how many times have you raced against your dad? I know you had to race against him at least a couple times.
So actually it started back, let's see, I would have been maybe 14 or 15. Tom Van Wingerden, that was the owner of Metrolina Greenhouse, he gave my dad an opportunity to run a legend car out there this summer shootout. So we all got to run against each other doing that. Then we went to Lebanon I-44 Speedway. My dad, my brother Matt, and me, we got to run the Crown Vic series against each other out there. And bad part was my little brother, who's at the time didn't run any bigger cars. He was the one to beat me and dad there. Then we had the opportunity to run in the Camping World Truck Series against each other. And then we were also the first father-daughter to run the Nationwide Series together. We haven't announced it yet, so you guys will be the first ones to know and to hear this. But at Dominion Speedway, we are actually going to race against each other there in the
Oh, wow.
Grand National Super Series.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad. I know I was talking with Bob Shack a couple of weeks, well, I guess it was the week before last, and he was talking about he's got some special stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. So that's even more special to have you guys up there for that race.
Yeah, and the crazy part is we're not even going to be on the same team. So, Dad's going to drive for AJ, who's in the 44 car, or sorry, 46 car, and I'll be with Jeremy. And the crazy part about that is Jeremy and AJ are actually running against each other for the championship right now. They're 1-2 in points. So I guess we'll see who helps who at the end.
All right, now I got Holly Weiss here with me. and she races at dirt down at Dixieland Speedway. And I asked her this question, so I'm gonna ask you the same question. It comes down to that last lap, and Mike is in front of you, okay? And you're close enough to where you can smell the victory. You gonna help him move out of the way or dump him for the win?
I don't think I'll dump him, but I'm definitely going to use that front bumper to, when we go in the corner, to move him up the track a little bit so I can get underneath of him and go for the win. But, you know, it'd be really cool to get a 1-2 finish with my dad and pretty much drag race all the way to the finish.
I'm telling you. Well, let me tell you something. I appreciate you spending time with us tonight because I'm a big fan of yours. I remember when you back in Hickory, I was a fan then. I'm a fan now. And you said, what is it, next week at Dominion? Y'all gonna be at Dominion?
So it will be October 4th that we will be there
October 4th,
racing.
okay.
So yes, this weekend here we're going to go to Carteret Speedway and Emerald Isle to go, or technically, sorry, Swansboro, North Carolina to race there. Then we're off course, you know, for a week, and then we'll wind up out there.
Well, cool. Hopefully, I might get a chance to get up there and see you that weekend. That'd be a lot of fun to see the race and everything. And good luck to you. Thank you for spending time with us tonight. It means a lot, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And yeah, definitely stay in touch. Let me know if you get the chance to come out there. Would love to see you again and come hang out with us all in the pits.
I will. I will do that. Thank you. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Talk to you later, and good luck to Holly.
All right.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wait, did she see us this way? Or did she see what?
That she saw on the camera.
Oh, okay. I didn't know which.
You have me worried. I don't know what you're looking for.
I didn't know which way, if she could see that one or that camera.
No, it's that camera up there.
Oh, okay.
I just look here because there's stuff going on here that I'm trying to keep up with. You're all right.
Yeah.
You're all right. You're good. But anyway, yeah, I remember her. She was a ball of fire when she first started racing. And I'm gonna tell you what, she may have calmed down a little bit now, but back then she was something else. I'm gonna tell you. All right, let's get Joe over here real quick. Have to talk with him for a little while. Now here comes Big Joe Gray out here. Joe, we'll start off with, how did you get started in this racing stuff?
So my dad raced here in Dixieland, Southampton. My uncle also raced out here. He ran late models and Grand Stock, Grand National, and my dad ran enduros out here. Then a couple years ago, I decided to come to a late model race because Freer was racing with Dean Shiflett. And
Oh, you good friends with Greer?
my uncle was real good friends with
Oh,
him.
well, I forgive you. Go ahead.
And after that, I was hooked, and I had to get a race car. So
Had to have one bad, huh?
yeah,
Well, that's pretty good that you had to have a race car and you got you one, and
well, I got 3 now.
you got 3. Dang, that's really good to get 3 race cars out there at one. You got 3 to pull from. So where all have you raced at besides Langley?
Just here.
Just here? You ain't raced anywhere but here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
That was first year racing.
This your first year, and how's it been going? I mean, is it something that's hard to get used to?
It's a learning curve for sure. To, I guess, set your car up right and be able to get it to turn left. But I've learned a lot. A lot of guys have helped me that race with me, and guys in UCAR because they're front wheel drive too. So they've helped me quite a bit. Holding the right line, trying to pass people, trying to get around the racetrack, I guess.
So is that boy Chris Myers helped you out any?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can talk trash about him. He's not
No. Nah, he's super nice, man. He's always been real polite to me and my dad, and always spoke good of me, that I know of. So I ain't gonna talk trash about him.
Oh, okay. All right. I can't get nothing started there then.
Try somebody else.
So when you look back at the season so far, I mean, have you had some real good runs that you were really proud of at this point, or are
Yeah.
you still just
So,
in the learning curve?
so 2 weeks ago, I got fifth. That was my first top 5. So, but I used another car. So I bought another car halfway through the season, pretty much. So, but the first race, I got taken out in the first lap. So had to scramble to get the car back together because there was 3 weeks in a row we had races. So
That's pretty tough when you get a car damaged and have to
yeah,
come back.
the first lap of the race, first time ever racing that car. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
So let's look into a little bit into what your plans are for down the road. I mean, or what you would like to see down the road. I ain't gonna say plans, so let's just say look down the road. What are you looking at? Are you looking to move up to other divisions and try to race some other stuff? Or are you happy where
Maybe.
you are?
Maybe. I haven't decided yet. I was thinking about going to UCAR, but I haven't decided that yet or not. But I mean, I got 2 built cars that are enduro cars, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with them if I do move up. So
Well, and can't be much. I mean, it's got to be a great switch over to go from an enduro to a UCAR. I mean, it's got to be some switch over stuff there for you. So
yeah, because I mean they're on racing tires, not street tires, so it's going to be another learning curve, I guess.
more expense.
That's right.
So I mean, that's the big thing about racing is the expense. You're not in it to make money off of it, are you?
No. No.
No, you can't make money.
I'm doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, you can't make money in a race car, so that's pretty cool. But who all helps you with your race car?
My mom and dad mostly. I got a couple sponsors, Repair Tech, which I work for, and Blue Water Rentals. They help me too. But most of the time it's me, mom, and dad working on the car.
So what do you do at Repair Tech? I mean, I know some of the guys out there at Repair Tech.
I'm a supervisor for them. I started out as a nobody, a helper working for them, and
Are you there in the shop, or do you go out and
both.
really?
Yeah, was a welder most of the time I've been there. I've been there since I was 18. I'm about to turn 26, so.
So you're not with the guy that goes out there and does the fences and stuff like that.
No, that's cold fence.
No, so that's a friend of mine that does that, and he's involved with that too. So it's pretty cool. I mean,
I've helped them too.
so being all the way out, you're from Adams Grove. That's even further out than I am. So I mean, that's a long haul for you to come to Langley when you have to come down here to race.
Yeah, it's about an hour and 40-minute ride every time.
Yeah, that's a pretty good ride.
But,
Hauling a race car.
I'm in between South Boston here, Dominion, Southern National. I'm in between all of them. They're all an hour and 20, hour and 30, hour and 40 minutes. So just decided to come here.
So do you have anything in your mind you'd like to go race some of these other places too?
Maybe if I get a UCAR, I might would.
So have you been to any of the other tracks and watched the cars run up these other places?
Yeah, I've been all over the place chasing the cars tour. But
you're a cars tour fan.
yeah, been to South Boston, North Wilkesboro, Southern National, been to Charlotte, Bowman Gray, been there. But I really thought about trying Dominion next year just to go see what it's like. That's straight up 95 for me.
Yeah, that's
That'd be easy drive, I guess.
still a little hump up there to that, but it's a good place to go
Like I
race.
said, I'm in between everywhere, so in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad that you're one of the very few guys from my area that's still involved in racing. I mean, not a lot of people from down our way are involved. I know the Jarrett, Cole Jarrett. Cole Jarrett. I know he's involved.
They live in the middle of nowhere. He picked up some wheels from them and
Yeah,
it was out there.
yeah, he's Cole Jarrett. But other than that, it's not a whole lot of people. It's kind of when Southampton closed, a lot of the people in the area stopped racing. I mean, they didn't race anymore. I'm one of them, so I know how it works. But
Yeah, I don't know of anybody else from around there that has one. So
see,
I know a lot of the guys that I've seen around, either selling them or like they had something at the high school in Southampton. They had dirt cars, so I guess they're going to Dixieland or what's the other track? County Line.
County Line,
Yeah.
That's a good little ride for them too, to go to County Line and be a part of that. All right, well, let's take a break from you for just a second. Let's go to I got Tim Goulet on here. And it looks like he's riding down the road there, but hold on just 1 minute.
Hello, I'm Brian Morehouse, Director of Marketing for S&N Communications Incorporated. I'd like to welcome you to this week's show of Jack Dodson'S Inside Racing News with Scott Allen and Adam Wilbrock.
All right, there's Tim Goulet. How you doing, man?
Hey, good. And hey, don't worry, I'm parked. No talking, driving. I'm actually parked at a Publix right now, so all good.
I'm stopping you from grocery shopping.
Always got to keep ourselves. Yeah, always got to keep. Actually, it just happened to be someplace I was driving by and said, "Hey, that's a good place to stop," because always keeping safety in mind here, just like being in a race car. So, I'm always on the go, and it's part of the sport and what we do. Always nonstop and always go.
Yeah, and I tell you what, you're involved in the ARCA series and a lot of things you got going on. Tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got started in racing.
How I got started in racing. So I'm Tim Goulet, team co-owner with my wife in Rise Motorsports and the ARCA Menard series. We do the ARCA Menards National Series, the ARCA Menards East Series, and the West. So it's actually pretty crazy for being a small budget team. We do we're everywhere, and so. The reason for that is I always felt that, hey, sponsors and drivers see that, hey, we're everywhere, and it's just kind of part of being a racer. Everybody's like, holy cow, how do you do what you do? And the answer is simple: we're racers, right? We like you guys talked about earlier, we don't do it for the money, that's for sure.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Yeah. So actually, so I spent most of my career working in NASCAR, and I decided to start the ARCA Menards team, and I really like the ARCA series. It's really good for bringing new young guys and even old guys too as well, who decide, hey, they want to work in the sport. So in ARCA, it's a really good opportunity for those guys sitting in a stand, grassroots crew members that say, hey, I want to be in NASCAR. So it's a way for them to move up, and we have our crew at the track consists of UNOH students who they've been with me. The ones I have right now, most of them have been with me for 2 years. So I really like building the future of our sport, and so that's why I like doing what I do. So
I keep up with the ARCA series and seeing what all you're up to. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on in the ARCA series, and it's beneficial to be a part of that series. You get a lot of racing in.
So and that's absolutely right. And to go back on the background a little more, so I'm born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and did all my grassroots racing there. Well, the trucks and the Busch cars and even the Indy cars would come to Milwaukee Mile, and that's kind of what gave me the whole thing of being in NASCAR and going, hey, that's really cool. And I had a buddy of mine who worked for Bobby Daughter at the time and said, what? Hey, I had the silly thought of I'm going to go do that, and been kicking myself ever since.
Yeah. Well, it's a great series. I mean, what series are you going to run? Asphalt, concrete, dirt, road courses. I mean, it's got everything.
So for us, from a team owner perspective, so a lot of it's all on my shoulders, and part of being a small budget team. I wear a lot of different hats: team owner, crew chief, marketing guy, vinyl guy half the time, and so sometimes we love to hate the way that schedule works, right? Because we have a dirt car and it's our all-purpose car. Like our cars are, we run them everywhere. Well, and people think, hey, it's easy if you have one car, you run it everywhere, and no, it's not. It would be easy if you were just, if you forgive my language, but if you half-assed it, sure, you could, but we always, for a guy like me, we always want to get the best we can out of it and get the most we can out of it. So if we're going road course racing, that thing's going to be a road course car all day long. If we go to dirt track, it's going to be a dirt track car all day long. And unfortunately, afterward, that involves cleaning it. However, the great side of it, it gets everybody from many different disciplines of the sport. It gets your dirt track guys involved and say, hey, bring those guys in. Well, I have a really incredible dirt track guy, Chase Howard. You may or may not have seen at DeCoin, man. He like this kid to me was like Connor Zilic, man. Holy cow. Super incredibly smart, like even keeled, man. Like this guy is just stone cold. And if it weren't for doing the dirt races, we would never have met him. We wouldn't know anything about him. And he's going to race for us next week at Salem, which would be his first ever pavement track. And that's the beauty of how this ARCA schedule works out. And we're getting everybody from everywhere. Met some really incredible road course racers. I mean, it's really, sometimes we love to hate it, but it's the smartest thing that ARCA could do and is get everybody involved. And for me personally, as much as I love our sport, it's really, really helped build the future of our sport because you're not just single-mindedly getting, hey, our local oval guys, you're getting them from everywhere and showing us, hey, you too can be the future of our sport here.
I mean, it's really, it's got to be totally interesting for you. You drive sometimes too, right? I mean, you get you get your guys, some guys to come in and drive for you, then you drive. I mean, that keeps you abreast of everything that's going on.
Well, yeah, and so I do when we don't have the funding drive to fiddle seat, and it's actually really, really critically important. As I've come to learn, is sometimes you're not in the seat, you don't know what the car is doing. People aren't. Sometimes people don't tell you, or people don't think anything of it, and so that's really how you stay on top of it. Kind of like Carl Long said. We don't have the resources, we don't have the data, we don't have the simulators that people do have. So we got to use our assometer, and every once in a while you got to get in there and know what your car is doing, and and that, I think that's really, really critical. And the other part of it is it allows us to not be beholden to any driver. So that's actually why I started doing a big track. We had a driver that we had an Xfinity driver that said, hey, none of us were qualified for the big tracks, and it started with Charlotte. And so he charged us a bunch of money to put him in the car. And after that, we said, no, hey, we're not going to do it that way. We're not going to pay somebody to be in our car. We run off of funded drivers. The last thing we want to do is go that direction. And small budget team, we quite frankly can't afford it. And if we could, we'd be putting the best drivers in every single week and be done with it. And unfortunately, small budget team, that's the way we got to operate. So my very first big track race was Michigan, and Joe Wells, ARCA director at the time, called me and said, hey, this is going to be your first big track, or the biggest track you've ever run on. And he said, let's just see how you do in practice and qualifying and kind of go from there. And well, the race went really, really well. And so that everything's been good ever since that. So that's why it's really, really important to make sure that we're in a seat. And, it just helps us live to fight another day.
Tim, do you have anybody that helps you as far like where you got a team that helps, goes along with you and gives you some information or whatever? Do you have any of that going on?
So we don't. So every once in a while, hey, I reach out to some friends of mine but you don't want to use them up, right? So sometimes you have to, really, really try and figure it out on your own. And sometimes you do have to reach out to people, but you don't want to use them up. So that's kind of the tough part. And so before it was being in NASCAR, you're used to all the NASCAR tracks. So I kind of had some data to go off of that. And it's like, okay, we have like all of our notes and everything. So at least I can be somewhat in the ballpark. Well, so when I started really doing the ARCA thing, there was a lot of different tracks I'd never been to. And so it was much more difficult in that way. So at the end of the day, I relied really heavily on hard work. And so that's why when we're competing against teams that have all of that and we beat them, it's the coolest feeling in the world. And that's how we know, like, you can't beat hard work.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I tell you what, that division or that series wouldn't be the same without guys like you and Andy Hillenberg and Willie Mullins and you guys that, low budget teams that help make that division what it is.
And that's absolutely correct. I have a ton of respect for everybody you mentioned. Andy, Andy's a super blue collar guy, works his butt off, has the hands and everything. And so not to speak ill of those guys who are have a ton of money and move on, but there are guys who use the series for what it is, and they're here one moment and then move on. They use it for what it is and as their stepping stone. But we want to build, we want to be heavily invested in the future of our sport. And Andy's the exact same way. Andy's like, hey, you know what? Andy loves ARCA. Andy loves, building these kids. And if we didn't have ARCA, where are these guys going to learn it from? Where are these kids? So many people focus on the drivers, team owners, and crew chief, but nobody. I feel that a lot of people don't think about those crew members. This ARCA is super critical for those crew members who get to go over the wall, the mechanics who are learning and moving up. And I think a lot of people forget about that. And if we didn't have that, we'd have guys trying to jump from grassroots level racing straight to top 3. And sometimes it could work out, but more often than not, that's a pretty big jump.
Yeah, it is. Well, Tim, I appreciate you coming on tonight. Are you going to be at Bristol this weekend?
Oh, we're going to be at Bristol with Bobby Dale Earnhardt this weekend. So we did. Okay. Yep. So we were actually at Winchester Speedway yesterday doing some testing with him, and we had a really, really cool deal where I brought all of our drivers and all of our current Rise Motorsport drivers, Chase Howard, the dirt kid I was telling you about, Quinn Davis, super, super awesome kid. Like she's really, really awesome. Only 16. We had Presley Sora with us yesterday. So we wanted to make sure that because we don't have this sim time, we don't have that data, we got all of our drivers together, and nobody does that, which is the coolest thing in the world. Part of being a team owner and a low budget team owner is having to think outside the box. So we went to Winchester, Indiana and Winchester Speedway yesterday, got all of our drivers together, put them all in a seat and said, all right, what does Bobby need here? What can we do? What can we do to give Bobby the best performance at Bristol Motor Speedway? Because darn well there's gonna be a lot of eyes on us and we cannot fail. We can't mess that up, man. So we did everything we could to make sure that, Bobby has the best chance at success. And it's not just Bobby, it's any driver that we really work hard, to give the best opportunity for success that we can, because that's how we make it. If we don't want these drivers to be set up to fail, it's like if they fail, we fail. So that's why we put so much hard work and effort and always thinking outside the box.
Well, Tim, we appreciate you being with us. Good luck to you this weekend at Bristol, and we'll be watching, I'm sure, because one of our local drivers is going to be in that race, so we're going to be watching the race there too.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it, man.
Yep.
So there's a ARCA team that, he's at every race. They make every race, but
he said they were doing all 3 series. So East West National.
That's gotta be hard to be doing all 3 of them. Now, how about you? Would you like to go up and run some of those ARCA and Cars Tour races.
Somebody puts me in the seat. Sure.
Well, tell mom and dad to give you some money and go ahead and get that done. Oh, I'm staring here. I'm not. Where you work at? Besides, I mean, you work at Metal Tech. You do anything else other than Repair Tech? Metal Tech. Where did I get that from? Repair Tech. I mean, do you work anywhere else?
No.
With your race cars and stuff, and that's about it. So you manage it back and forth between the two.
Yeah, just work on the race car and go to work every day.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
That's about the way it always is. All right, we got one of our last guests here. Tyler Worley is going to be joining us.
Hey Jack, this is Robbie Parker, your favorite driver. And everybody out there, you're watching the Jack Dodson Show with the Scott Allen and Adam Wellbrock.
I knew I hit the wrong button right when I did it. Tyler Worley, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Now, a lot of people down in our neck of the woods don't know who you are. So tell us a little bit about who Tyler Worley is.
Kind of hard to, just kind of a local racer. Been doing it about 15, 16 years now. And this year I've been running over at Newport Speedway since they got reopened.
So were you at Kingsport at one point too? Or
I run there a few times when the Southeast Super Trucks went there, but never been my favorite place, so we kind of avoided it a little bit.
So how's your season going this year? How's everything going?
It's been a great season so far. We've got 3 wins, and every race we finished, we've been in the top 4. We had one race where some exhaust broke and didn't get to finish it, but every other race we've been right up front and probably one of the top cars to beat there.
So tell us a little bit about Newport. I've never been to Newport Speedway. I've been to Kingsport, but I've never been to the Newport track. Tell us a little bit about how the Newport track works.
It is a little Bristol. That's the way everybody describes it. It's a 29 or 20 something. It's very high banked. 3/8 mile. We get around there in about 13.5 seconds.
Wow, that is pretty cool. Good. That's pretty fast. So you run a late model or a limited?
Limited. They don't have late model over there right now. Just wasn't enough interest for them.
So do you travel to other tracks? I mean, other than Newport, have you been to other places?
We traveled around, of course, with the Super Truck Series for a long time until they finally closed the series. We run the limited stuff they had to. Been a little bit everywhere from Anderson, Greenville, up to Lonesome Pine, Hickory, Tri-County, just about everywhere.
So who is your number one competition over there at Newport?
This year I got to say Lance Gatlin. He's the points leader. We decided not to run for points this year, but I think he's got 5 wins over there this year. We actually had a photo finish a couple weeks ago where he beat me to the line by about half a car.
Oh, that's pretty good deal there. Now, tell us a little bit about who all helped you with your car. I mean, who all sponsored? Give your sponsors a shout out.
So we don't really have many sponsors right now. Car's pretty blank. We do have Jamie Weatherford Racing on there. Wade Day Performance, Jeff's Auto Sales. Of course, my mom and dad are big supporters of it. The wife and kids. We got a couple people that go to the racetrack with us. John and Chris Shuford. Then my father-in-law goes with us, and brother-in-law. So it's really just a family deal.
So are you going to be doing any other races this year? I mean, other than Newport, are you going to try to make some of these bigger races at the end of the year?
Yeah, we talked about trying to make it down to Florence for at least the limited portion. And just the way the schedule works out in Newport, we're racing all the way up till actually the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So they got their big last race then.
That's a long stretch after all the way up to after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're off for the whole month of September right now. Just with Bristol this weekend, they're within an hour of Bristol. And then course, Tennessee football starting up. That's a big thing around there. So
Yeah, what's
just
more important? What's more important, man? They don't want to come see you. They want to go to a Tennessee football game.
yeah, I ain't figured that one out yet.
Me either. I can't figure it out. That's not very loyal people to have to go off to watch a football game.
Right.
So, I mean, you say you want to go to Florence. I hope you get a chance to go down there because I'd like to come down and meet you down in Florence when you go down there. But tell us a little bit about how you're going to go about getting to Florence. I mean, is it a money deal or a sponsorship situation? How's that going to get you down there?
Yeah, we're always looking for people to help out. I mean, it's just most everything comes out of my dad's pocket, and we're just trying to get some help to get down there. And it's probably one of the most expensive races we'll race all year, of course, but definitely a good field of cars to race against.
Oh yeah, it's a big field of cars down there too most of the time. So well, I hope you make it down there because it'll be a lot of fun to see you come down and see you race at Florence.
Yeah, hopefully we can make it.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate your time tonight. I know you've got a lot going on, and we'll talk to you again real soon. And maybe next year you'll get a full season and running somewhere else or running down this way, and we'll get to see you more.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. And thank you for your time, man.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
All right. So we can't talk you into trying to go find a late model to race or anything like that.
It'd be nice.
Well, you said your dad and everybody run the Enduros at one point. So I mean, is that the reason why you settled on the Enduro to start with, or that was what you?
No, my dad ran Enduros. My uncle ran late models. Was it Grand stuff?
Street
stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they ain't got no cars sitting around there where you can get to. Mama says, nope, that ain't.
all gone.
Well, I mean, you got a good bunch of people in that enduro division here. I mean, a lot of good race car drivers, a lot of good people involved in it. Even Chris Myers. But yeah, I mean, that's got to be fun to be out there and be. I mean, I've watched a couple of those enduro races, man. I'm gonna
It takes
say,
a special driver, man, to compete in those races.
I mean, when they drop that red flag and everybody has to come to a stop, I mean, that's kind of weird to see everybody stop like that.
Yeah, that's what's been eating me up, is starting from the stop.
Well, you can move around a little bit, so if they won't see you, maybe move up front of somebody.
I can brake a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, man, the car wouldn't slow down.
I'm trying.
But then don't y'all have to go and line up then to restart?
Yeah, I've just been spinning the tires.
So
Gotta get that down.
So will this being your first year out there in Enduros, I mean, is it what you expected?
Yeah, it's fun.
Fun?
Yeah, I'm definitely addicted to it now.
So even the bad days are good. Is that what you're trying to say?
There's still some bad days.
Yeah,
when you're not at the racetrack, once you're on the track, you don't think about none of that. So
now I bet I can make you think. Then you're out there, and I know somebody pissed you off along the way.
Don't fall for it, man.
You don't have to. Oh, Mama said don't say that, but you don't have to say his name. Just give me his number. Just give me his car number, right?
Then I'll be dealing with that next time we race.
Don't.
They learn quick.
Yeah. You can't blame us for wanting to get something started. I tried with Holly too.
Crap.
I'm trying to get her to, say she dumped her dad, and she didn't want to do that. Let's say your dad's out there racing and you dump him.
I dumped him. He'd probably dump himself.
I didn't get it. All right, that went a little further than what I was thinking it was going to go there.
Would that disappoint with my answer?
Well, no, I wasn't disappointed. went in a different direction than what I was thinking. So you run up behind him, he just dump himself. And,
He might.
I mean, all right, here's a good question. Have you dumped anybody out there yet?
No.
No, you ain't dumped nobody yet.
No.
Have you run into anybody yet?
Yep.
I'm not going to ask you who.
Encouraged him.
Yeah. Kind of.
I mean, but think about it. Fontaine. I mean, I've never seen anybody drive like Fontaine does.
He drives like he's on dirt.
No, he's got that thing sideways in the turn
He
every.
definitely flat tracks it.
Yeah.
For sure.
He must go through right rears every week.
I mean, that's unbelievable how he does that. I mean, the car does it every lap.
Yeah.
But he doesn't back down from it.
He's definitely good at holding on to it.
I mean, you can, and Zach Herdline is winning a bunch of races. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. So now we need to get you and Chris Myers in victory lane, you know.
Yeah.
But if he's trying to get there for you, do you dump him and go ahead and get him? Go ahead.
No.
Huh?
No.
You don't want to dump him? I know he's watching. So, you know, the one he ain't said nothing, but anyway. Well, Joe, we appreciate you coming down here tonight and being a part of the show. I mean, you've done, I know I interrupt you a couple of times with some other
That's
stuff,
all right.
but we appreciate you coming down. We'll get you back in here again soon and we'll talk some more. I mean, that's what we're here for. You ever have anything you need to announce or anything you want to talk about, just give me a call. We'll get you on the show. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. Even Adam, you know. Has Adam come over and interviewed you yet at the racetrack?
I don't get a lot of opportunities with the Enduros,
You know, okay.
but
See,
that win's coming one day.
basically what Adam's saying is, they ain't got time for the Enduro guys.
I think Zach Herdline and Thomas Fontaine.
We need to get you a win so you can get on there and talk about it too. So it would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
All right, well, I want to thank Holly for coming all the way up here and bringing her mechanic with her.
Thank you for having us.
So,
We appreciate
but
it.
don't be a stranger. Come,
That's right.
we need to get you back up and whenever anything you got going on, you can let us know. Also, I see Jason Bird is on here. Jason, appreciate you tuning in tonight. Hello. Sorry to hear about your dad. His dad passed away this week. Steve Bird used to be crew chief for Randy LaJoy back in the day.
Wow.
And Jason worked with Woody Howard when Woody was doing his Hooters Pro Cup stuff. Jason was part of that. So he and I got to be pretty good friends back in the day. So I'm really sorry to hear about your dad. And we had his dad on here last year. So, I mean, you know, so anyway, so that's our show for tonight. I want to thank Joe Gray, Holly Weiss, everybody we've had on the show tonight. We appreciate it. And please like and share our show. And we'll see you again next week. Talk to you then.